morning. This is Paul Garwood, and this is Change You, Love Your Life. Coming to you this morning with a inspirational message on different ways that you can change you and love your life. This morning, I'm going to be talking about toxic behavior and 5 ways to avoid toxic behavior. As we all know, avoiding toxic behavior, either yourself or from other people, is an important skill to learn. Without a doubt, starting over from toxic behavior is a part of growing up, and it shows that you're ready to move forward into a positive life. Even if you've been toxic in the past or let someone else get away with toxic behaviors, have no fear. You can turn your life around and start new. What I'm going to do this morning, I'm going to give 5 ways that you can do this. This is very important, and if you apply these principles, if you apply these 5 ways, then without a doubt you will be able to avoid toxic behavior. The first thing you have to do is to set goals. Setting goals for your own behavior as well as expectations for the behavior of other people in your life is a way to avoid toxicity. What you need to do is you need to make a plan of action. This could mean cutting off toxic people in your life or apologizing to people that you have been toxic to. And that is very important. Whatever you need to do, I want you to visualize it and set a goal for yourself. Not everything has to happen right away, but just acknowledging the fact that this is what you have to do is the first step. The second principle I want you to do is you need to accept your past. Moving on can only happen when you accept the past is already in the past. Even if things in the past hurt you, don't let it hurt you any longer. You have to move forward. And moving forward requires that we no longer allow ourselves to continue to live in the past. Accepting the past also means accepting that you may have had toxic behaviors before. Maybe you were toxic to someone in your life, or someone in your family, or to a friend. But accepting that the past is the past will make it easier for you to move forward and have better relationships with people. It's like the artist Alicia Bullen said, the moment you begin to accept the past is the moment you begin your healing journey. This is the start of letting go, moving on, and living more for the present. Give yourself time. Remember that this is a process, not a race or a competition. The third principle I'm going to talk about is you have to make a serious commitment to change. Accepting that you want to move on from toxic behavior requires a commitment to this kind of change. If you don't have this commitment, you may find yourself allowing toxic people back into your life because it's been familiar to you. This is what you've been used to. This is why you hear people talk about that it seems like that they go from the same type of relationship over and over and over. I want you to remember there's a saying, and it says, Don't keep adding people to your life that you have asked God to take out of your life. The only way to move on from toxicity and move forward into a new life is to be committed to this kind of change. fourth principle is focus on the positive. Try to eradicate all negativity out of your life. When you're trying to avoid toxic behaviors, it's important to focus on positive behaviors. You need to make a mental note of all of the positive interactions you have with other people, not the negative interactions you have with them, and make that the focal point of your interactions. Keeping positive behavior in the forefront of your mind, keeping a positive mindset will help you avoid toxic behavior in yourself, and this is very important here, as well as recognize it in others. The last principle is never let toxic behavior become your norm. When something happens a lot, either to you or to the people around you, it can be pretty easy to just explain away this toxic behavior. But what you need to do is you need to take a step back and see toxic behavior for what it is. It's terrible. Never ever make it your norm. Don't allow people to behave toward you in a toxic manner, and don't allow yourself to continue to have toxic behavior either. This is the final step in making sure you avoid toxic behaviors. Moving on from toxicity is possible, and it starts with making sure that other people cannot perpetuate toxic behaviors to you. This is it. I try to bring an important message. I do bring an important message. Change you, love your life. And just want you to remember, in closing for my little show today, is bringing positivity into the world and moving on from toxic behavior is possible for everyone. Have a very nice Monday. Have a very nice start of the week. I hope that many blessings come your way today. And let this be the start. Let today be the start of you changing you and beginning to love your life. Take care.